Tybee, you're muted.
Mute.
Yeah, no sound here.
No sound.
I hear cons.
Now you can hear
What
me.
up, Benny?
There
we are.
I had to switch my mic on me and whatever. The Sabres are up 3-0. I'm your host, Ty B, with Konzi and Benny here from JDH. Obviously, 2 goals from Sam Reinhart, both in front of the net with those tips. And that's what you love to see. And we've been, it's funny how it's a completely different story when the Sabres score because they've been playing this way most of the year. They found the back of the net here tonight, Ben, or this afternoon.
Right. Yeah, the Sabres continue. They love these matinee games, man. It's just somewhat of a trend for them over the past few seasons, but it's good to see. My bet's looking decent. I'm liking how they're playing. They came out exactly how you wanted them to, and as expected, where Kruger really kind of set it. Like we were talking with Dwayne in the pregame show, he just you didn't like directly call him out, but when a group of men and competitive athletes here, their psyche's fragile. We'll see about that sort of attitude you would expect, and that's sure as hell what they showed us.
Well, maybe that's what it was. Maybe that put the chip on the shoulder, telling them that they got fragile minds. But Konzi, we see a much better game from the Buffalo Sabres this afternoon than we have in those past 3 contests.
Yeah, and guys, nobody's saying that Sam Reinhart isn't a great player. We're not saying that he's not playing elite. We knew he has a high hockey IQ. We know what kind of player he is, but this is what happens when you put Eichel and Reinhart on the same line and you let them play. Jack Eichel and Sam Reinhart need to be on the same line the rest of the season. It should never change. This is how it should be moving forward. And it's incredible to see that competitive fire coming out today. I don't know about you guys, but Jack Eichel looked a little different today. Looked like he's skating a little well, a little more powerful, finding guys open on the ice. I mean, I'm just impressed, with his bounce back. But I also got to say, too, the other thing that I really liked about what I've seen so far is Dylan Cousins, that little pick and pop, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to have him in the lineup. He really is as advertised, the workhorse from Whitehorse. That's what we need, a guy to bang, a guy to get pucks in front. And, Ty, we've said it. Who does he make better when he plays? Eric Stahl.
Yep.
There's no method to the madness.
And putting Hall there is very complimentary. They've had, I think, in the first period, they had 7 chances, 4-0 against. They were all over the place, and they continued it in the second period. I don't know what the number is exactly right now, but they were still doing the same things, and that's what you need. You need 1, 2, 3 lines rolling and doing things positively at least.
Right.
And we're getting that today, and it's crazy when you get good play at 5v5, what it does for the confidence for the whole team, Ben.
Yeah, it's been a huge message throughout the whole season for the most part. I would say is the 5-on-5 play needs to be better. Certainly showing it right now. Still the third period to go here, so cautiously optimistic. But again, just the eye test, right? You don't have to look even at the stats at all to just see, that drive is there, that attitude's there a little bit more. And, they're kind of realizing all right, let's get going here. It's not just playing for pride, right? But in a way they are. They're professional athletes. They're getting stomped on by the media. They're hearing about these national people, right, and trade Eichel. And they don't like it. So, they're pushing back, and it's good to see. That's what we want to see from our hockey team.
Sure.
Yep, exactly. Dwayne's been talking about it. We want to see some passion. We want to see some fight. We want them to show that they care about, the result that's happening out there on the ice. And today they have, and we've been seeing positive play offensively and defensively. The Devils have been playing very good since they've gotten back on the ice, especially with some wins there over the Bruins. So, to see them playing the way they are today, I think that just goes to show how good the Sabres have been, especially defensively and transitionally through the neutral zone, Cons.
Well, and I think an X factor today, and I said it in pregame, Taylor Hall, he reminds me of a running back that when you watch a football game, you're waiting for him to break a big run. Taylor Hall's zone entry has been incredible today. There was a comment that came up about it. He's hitting so much better. That's the thing. This is what we're talking about. When your defense lines up the way it's supposed to, and you're able to quickly turn around and transition. This is what a hockey team looks
Yep.
like.
And you got Cousins to push it with you.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like, you know, before the pregame, I'm over here looking like I'm down and out. But after watching, you know, these last couple periods, I'm like, okay, there's something there. They have something. They're not dead. That's the thing. They're dead in the water. So maybe we were quick to rush to judgment, but how could you blame any of it? But, you know, I think you bring up a good point. We talked about Will Borgen or Borgen, however you pronounce it. I got to figure that out moving forward. But, you know, is he the stay-at-home defenseman that's unlocking Dahlin's play? Because I don't know about you guys, but does Dahlin look like the guy we saw a couple years ago? Incredible. He looks like he's like having a career resurgent game today. Time will tell, but I think Borgen might be the guy that needs to line up alongside him.
Yeah, it seems like he's found another level there with Will Borgen. And I think a lot of people on Twitter have, you know, been a proponent of that, hoping that this could be something over the next couple of years. Didn't want to push it too early, but now that Ralph Kruger's put it into play, I don't think we need to take it out of play at all. I think Borgen should be here on an everyday basis, Benny.
I agree. I love what I've been seeing from Will. He looks great. He looks confident. I thought he has even in previous games when the rest of the team did not. And he's kind of the newcomer for the most part, but seems to be a very smart player. Gutsy, he's blocking shots. He's in good positions. I love it. I absolutely love it. We need more of that on the back end, you know. And again, too, like we talked about pregame, right, with Risto being out, having, you know, one of his best years defensively. So that's really shown itself too. And, you know, we get Ristolainen back. Hopefully he's okay and everything, right? And then that's just going to be a great addition with Risto playing the way he is. And then you got Will Borgen coming in. That's what you need.
You know what I'm seeing, and I don't want to draw this direct comparison, but there's some similarities of who Borgen reminds me of. You guys take a wild guess of who he reminds me of? Early signs of Jay McKee. I'm not saying he's
McKee, okay.
When McKee started out, this is how he started, blocking shots, sacrificing his body, getting in the flow of the game. So not saying he's Jay McKee, but he reminds me a little bit of Jay McKee on the come up. So
the way he approaches the game early on in McKee's career, I feel you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, and he does bring some offensive upside. I believe St. Cloud State he played for in college, tons of minutes for them, real good team. So I think he can figure that out as well, you know, as he goes. I think as he becomes more comfortable, you would see more of that. And it's a nice progression that we're seeing out of him. And hopefully you can get that out of some of these other young guys, especially Tage Thompson, Casey Middlestat, just to name a few there that sort of leave a bad taste in our mouth, if you will. But what do you guys think here for the third period? Do you think the Sabres can keep it up here with this 3-goal lead, or is this going to be something Dwayne's going to be getting out of work and freaking out online about, Cons?
I think the one thing I don't want to miss discussing is Linus Ullmark today. And I think he's shown this is his net to lose. It's his net moving forward. I mean, the way he controls the game, the way he's calm, cool, and collected back there, he looks great today. I think he's going to hold it down. I think the Sabres are going to pull it out. I think the Sabres are going to win, and he's going to get a shutout. I mean, obviously they have a 3-goal lead, but I'm saying I think that Linus Ullmark's going to get a shutout. And I think Dwayne's going to walk out of work and be the happiest Sabres fan ever. You know, we don't do this strictly just for Dwayne, but for Dwayne's sanity, we need the Sabres to get a win, and we need Ullmark to get a
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want him to lose his mind. Ben, where are you on this one?
I want to see, you know, the exact same thing I saw in the first two periods. No let up. You know, have they had a 3-goal lead this year yet? Like, I don't know, but let's pretend you don't. Just floor it. Just keep going. Play hard. Maybe see a fight. I get you're up 3-0. Like, don't know if we've had one of those this year either. Let's, you know, just keep that passion going. I think that's what they need. And maybe even pump in a few more goals. I hope for the shutout, but even if the Devils get one, right, I'd like to see at least one from the Sabres, possibly two. Like,
yeah,
just keep,
you don't want them.
it.
You don't want to see them sit back on their heels and then, you know, the Devils get one early and then they start taking it to them all period while the Sabres try to park the bus like we've seen at times. And we hear these soccer cliches all the time from Ralph, and it's getting to the point when when you're not producing on the field where it's starting to rub people the wrong way. I know I'm getting to that point. You know, let's see those results. Let's continue to see it. Do not park the bus. Keep that bus in full throttle. Put it in 4-wheel drive. Get ready to run over these Devils. They do not look like they belong on the same ice with the Sabres today. And, you know, send them back to their hotel rooms or wherever the hell they're staying there in the Meadowlands, because I doubt they all live there, with a salty taste in their mouth. But that's going to wrap it up for us on the Crossing Swords second intermission report. Make sure you guys get over to justition.com, use promo code Trainwreck, get yourself 10% off. They always got a ton of stuff coming out. We'll talk about the skate skins a little bit more on post game, because we got to give you guys some love on that and those Jordan skates. But
Kanzi might need a pair of those, just letting you know. So with this jersey, I might need a pair. So we'll talk.
Be a good fit.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But all right, make sure you guys all tune into the Crossing Swords post game at the conclusion of the game today. We got 3 words left. Let's go, Buffalo.